October-ish. And you never know from one October to another how your life can change. But at this time, he seemed normal, and he was like, I've got this. I go, are you sure you're going to be okay staying here all by yourself? Oh, yeah, I've got it. I think it had been 30 days or something like that. And I heard him talk recently on a podcast about how he had it all planned out in his head when they leave or somebody leave, when he was going to do it. And he promised me he would not drink. He wasn't going to do it and this and that. And I get out there all the way 2,000 miles away this time, California. And I don't know if he wasn't answering me where I had Kylie go check him, or she called me, Mom, this is what I discovered. But I said, Kylie, I want you to take his car keys. I'm pretty sure he's drinking.
Yeah.
Maybe I sent you down to check on him. I think you didn't want to at first, but then you told me what you found. But I said, hide his keys, take them. Don't let him have them. Look for any alcohol. She did for whatever she could find, and, just what she said. But I was so upset. It's like, how can I help from this far away? I just felt so helpless,
Right.
But Kylie did a beautiful job, and then wasn't he crying to you, trying to make excuses of why he was drinking?
I mean, yeah, but
I have to do this. Then he was begging you not to tell Mom.
No,
but it was too late at that point. I already
he
knew.
wanted to. Of course, he didn't want me to take the alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's
for
what
detox
he told you
reasons,
he
but I
it.
don't know if that was really the reasons. I think that would have been.
He did lean on that crutch.
I mean, I felt really bad for him.
He did detox here one time by himself.
Yeah, I remember
very
that.
Closely watched and stuff. So then he started leaning back on that a lot. Why he would tell people that's why he was detoxing. That's why he needed his alcohol.
Yeah.
Because of course the theory is
wean yourself off.
Yeah, and you take so much, but you need somebody there, kind of watching those doses,
and somebody that is probably educated and
but
experienced.
Anyway, he was
know.
falling back on that old excuse. Well, I have to have this here, so I'm detoxing. What wouldn't be the case and stuff.
I don't think a just old family member would be. Not that we're old family members, but
didn't he at first try to tell you he wasn't drinking?
I don't remember the specifics. I mean,
of
what was said.
That was in 2016, actually.
Yeah, he's come a long way. Well, even before, we can go back to
just night and day.
Before he was a non-functioning alcoholic. I mean, as a teenager, I just remember his life was just revolved around. I mean, he'd be fun and stuff, but it wasn't like he had no hobbies. Nothing he liked doing beside drinking.
Well, the radio.
Yeah, but that's your job, too, at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that he loved because when he quit the radio for a little bit there and he went to, I'm sure he's told he had that. Remember I told you at 19 he got busted and he wouldn't let me ever go to any of the court proceedings.
Right, yeah.
And he told me it was just a roach in the car, just a little tiny. That's all it was. I can't believe these things.
He said that he got it because, and also he got in trouble for a roach clip that he had that you bought him.
I did not. You know those those little picture things where that's like a clip.
It's like a roach clip,
but
and
it's
then
a
it has a
frame.
cube on it. They were big in the 2000s,
something like that. And he probably.
What did he tell you it was for?
Oh no! It's like
she bought it for him.
No, or I got it. No, I didn't buy it for him.
You must have bought it for like a picture thing.
Mm-mm. No, I think it was just something around the house. Corey has his own version, and he does say things about me, like you were saying, that, like, I'll say, why are you telling him I said that or did that? I did not say that.
I know.
Didn't do
and
that.
we are not even there to defend ourselves.
No. But I'll sometimes shoot Chris or Ryan a text, say, I didn't say that or I didn't do that. So that I didn't tell somebody.
Right.
But yeah, that first time there when he was doing
his court.
Mm-hmm. Why was I telling you that story?
About he didn't want you to come in the courtroom.
Right. And I already told her all that.
Did you tell the podcast that?
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Because he was on probation, his parole officer did not think that being a disc jockey on the radio was going to help him, be healthy for him, and wasn't a real job. So he had to quit and go get a real job, a 9 to 5 or a whatever you call it, a 6 to 3:30. And so he went to work with his stepdad at a tool and die shop and was going to maybe be an apprentice or something. But every day, oh my God, if he stubbed his toe, he wouldn't go to work. I mean, he was finding every little excuse. He hated it there. He hated it. And, but, you know, he had to keep it. Well, then miracles all happened for him, and he got back there at the radio station. And he was sick as a dog. And he went in, and then I don't know why I was talking to his boss. Somehow we were talking, and I'm like, you know, he loves radio so much to the point where him going in as sick as he was with his other job, if he stubbed his toe, he wouldn't even go in. You know, it was a whole reason to not go to work just from stubbed toe. And that quit hurting in 5 minutes, you know.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that, I mean, like you were saying, Kylie, like, is that to be able to, I mean, being sober, you know, you find the things that make you happy. You know, things that you can do, you recognize, like, what you're capable of, which is mind-boggling.
Right.
How much we can all do sober. And, I mean, personally, like, those promises they talk about, I mean, they come true. They really do. And I was saying this, we went to a meeting tonight. I don't know if you knew that. But, you know, and it was just like 4 old dudes, like, chilling at a table, you know.
Did Corey
like,
know
they're
them all?
just kicking it. And,
Were they people he knew?
Yeah, they recognized him. A couple
They're
of them
not
did.
one of the ones that said something what he told on the podcast about
Oh, I don't
they
know.
yelled
Maybe.
at him or something.
I don't know, maybe. But no, I mean, we walked in a few minutes late because we'd gone to the wrong church. But, you know, they say you're never late to a meeting. So
You went to the wrong church?
we went to the wrong, at first.
wow.
But we found it. So anyhow, is, you know, a couple of these old dudes. And, I mean, they, like, I'm not going to lie. They were, like, beaming when we sat down, you know. Like,
Aw.
Was it Riverside?
no, it was
Okay.
different.
Not down here in Coloma,
Same.
just right down the street.
Yeah, pretty close. By the True Value,
Oh,
I
wonder
guess.
how he got that messed up.
But
He knows
no,
that
I think it
well.
was on the thing wrong, or he read it wrong. Anyhow, but I mean, we kind of just like we sat down and you know it was just like really just to be able to be grateful, to be able to do stuff like that. You know, just
Right.
the little things that you don't even realize. You know, and like we were talking about the other day is like being able to like fall asleep opposed to passing out or blacking out. You know,
Yeah.
to feel hungry. You know, and to like just the little tiny things in life and to realize and recognize, you know, the things that you're good at and the things that you can work for and, you know, things you can accomplish. It can happen. Anything can happen. And you just have to want it. And if you're sober, I mean, there's no, you know, there's no boundaries.
Kind of a cute story. I mean, it's odd that there would be any humor in Corey's journey of the seriousness of things.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's just something about I'm that way, he's that way. He might get it from me, where he could be in a really bad situation, he'll find something funny about it. Me too, you know. But there are little funny moments. But when he was getting out of the hospital down in Arkansas, this is what really started the turn of the thing, I guess you could say, 2015. His biggest change, I guess. And my husband told him, stepdad said, you know, Corey, what you really need, you need to get a hobby. You need to find a hobby, something you really enjoy. Well, we're back at the house waiting for him. They released him finally. And we're waiting at the house for him to get back. And what are you doing? Well, I'm at Hobby Lobby. He stuck off at Hobby Lobby. And it was just the cutest thing. I don't know. It was just like, made me laugh like he was a little boy, you know, like going and doing something silly that
That's
like
cute.
like one of the twins do. You know, like Ian didn't want the green pepper because he thought it was a fruit in his spaghetti sauce. I don't know. It's just like, oh, bless his little heart. Get a hobby. So he went to the hobby. You know, I'll just pick one of those up. But I don't know. That was just kind of a.
Yeah.
It didn't last for long, but.
So for
That's
anybody listening, I mean, for sure, for those of you in recovery, just, you know, keep on keeping on, because the miracle will happen.
And we might not have been
and
too fun
every
tonight,
day
but-
is, you know, another day sober. And, you know, tomorrow will come when it gets here, and then you handle it tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So that's what's worked for me so far too. But yeah, I don't know.
And if you're a loved one waiting on you're hoping their progress will keep on going, just take it one a day at a time with them. Don't look so long forward either. You know, just know that I know tonight my son and Marnie's mom can be sure tonight that they're both going to bed sober tonight. And so,
Yeah.
so are we in a way, you know.
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird
Well said,
thing to-
Sandy.
It's kind of a weird way to think of it.
No,
but,
not at all.
You know, so I get a night off too, I guess you could say.
Right.
But yeah, just don't give up and just take it one day at a time like they do. And if you're religious, or not that word, I don't
Spiritual.
like to use that word either. But yeah, if you know,
Believe in something
yeah, or
bigger than yourself.
Or good
yeah,
vibes.
if you pray
like
and you
people
talk
say.
to Jesus and God and so on, and just talk to God and ask God for help. Just keep praying. Don't give up praying.
Don't give up.
No.
Absolutely.
Now we got to do something funny, don't we?
Okay,
I
let's
know.
Guys.
funny Sandra
Let's
D
laugh.
stories.
Oh no, they don't want to hear that kind of stuff.
Okay.
They don't care about. No.
No.
The
They
skunk.
might.
I hope they get rid of their skunk. One time
Yeah.
I was going to get out of my car, pulled right up here by the garage, go open my door. I closed it really fast because here comes Turkey trotting this little big old skunk right up. Well, he came from the door and went that way. I'm like, holy crap! And I'm trying to call Mike as fast as I can. Come out. But I don't know.
Skunks are not fun to run into by
But it
accident.
might not have to be.
No, I had one
Boy's
in my
problem
yard.
for too much longer.
Right.
But,
I had one in my yard a few months ago, and I
Well,
tried to shoot it.
We're not sure how much of this will
does that
actually
need to
get
stay
aired.
on?
Yeah, Corey's gonna
Corey's
edit
gets
us
to
out.
edit it. So,
Oh,
but
hopefully
yeah,
not.
we've been going for quite a while.
How long?
An hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, the other night he did an hour and 20,
Wow.
and I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep awake for it.
Well, maybe he
First,
can
I
figure
looked
out
at it
how
wrong
to-
and thought it was 2 hours. I like them when they're long though, because like he says, you don't realize you're talking that long, and I'll be listening. I don't want to be over. Isn't that weird?
No, it's not weird.
But
It's not weird. He's
I
an
mean-
entertaining fellow.
yeah.
Well, all of them are. Chris and
Right.
Ryan.
Oh, I know. When
Yeah, you
Ryan's-
guys are
when
funny.
Ryan is
Hilarious.
awake, Ryan, Ryan, pretty funny, and he can give it right back to him.
I know. I
For
like it when
sure.
you guys do
They
that.
do a
But they
good
feed off
job.
each other.
And a lot of good things to say about recovery too. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they're goofy. We can
But
take
they're
this. We can
doing
take this
that.
minute to
But-
give them all mad props
Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to them.
for sure.
Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Tyrone.
Yeah.
Shout out
I know
to
Dustin's
Dustin.
new, right?
Yep, Dustin.
Yeah.
But
So-
I think their main thing is the reason they do that. It keeps you coming back because you know you're going to laugh
yeah.
normally.
Yeah.
a good portion of the time. When you first start listening to the podcast, I know Corey says they hear sometimes people say, "Oh, you're all over the place." Well, yeah, we'll get to know them, stick with them. You'll get to know who they are, and then you will understand what they're talking about. Because sometimes you might come in the middle of your first podcast, you don't know what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah. You're like, are you sure this is about recovery?
Like
Yeah,
the
kind of
clown
thing.
punching.
But
They
Their
do, and
point-
they'll bring it full circle,
Yeah,
almost
and-
all the time.
Yeah.
Which I give a, which is just awesome because, and you know what? It's like, it literally is like sitting in a room talking to people about themselves and their day in recovery.
Right,
Every day for someone in recovery is a day in recovery. I mean, it's a day. That's sure. We don't necessarily, I'm speaking for myself, but you know, I'm blessed every day to be alive. And, you know, you can get into the, like, you know, what you did for your sobriety today or whatever.